sometimes I wonder how long is too long to ask for stuff back from your ex. So recently, my ex of 2 years, like we literally broke up 2 years ago, contacted me asking for his headphones back. So he messaged me on Snapchat. He's like, hey, I was wanting to still have my Sony headphones. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, yeah, the ones I let you borrow, the black over-the-ear headphones. And I'm like, no, it's been a long time. And I found it quite weird. Like, it's been 2 years. If it was really that important to you, you would ask for it back immediately after we broke up. So I was like to him, no, I don't know where it is. I'm sorry, I've been using my AirPods. And he's like, okay, no worries, bro. So after that, he blocked me. But you know what? He's never getting them back.
5 lines. That's all it took to expose the real issue here. If those headphones were his and he only loaned them to you, they're still his property, whether it's 2 months or 2 years later. You didn't say, I gave them back. You said, I've been using my AirPods, then ended with, he's never getting them back. The breakup doesn't magically transfer ownership of somebody else's.
Can you help me understand how it is that my ex thinks it's okay to ask me for money? My question to you is why does any man think you have any money at all? You guys should not tell the men you have money. Well, that's not their business. You should just be like, I'm a volunteer. I've never made money. Work at the Red Cross. I get a stipend. I don't have any money. This is all just afforded for me. I just show up. I'm a humanitarian. I got such a big heart. What money? They should not even think you have money. What business is that of theirs? If that man's asking you for money or asking you what your credit score is or anything like that, his credit score isn't where it ought to be. I promise you. He's trying to get something from you. Why else would he ask you that? So, just tell him you're a volunteer. He doesn't need to know how much money you make. If he's trying to find out how much money you make, he's scheming anyways. So, tell him nothing. You're a volunteer. You have been for years. Why would you think I'd have any money? Why are you asking me? I don't have any money. You knew that when you met me. So, and that's how you should do it for most. I mean, honestly, you should approach most dates this way. If every time that man takes you on a date, you show him you have no money in your purse. All right, you come out there and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I don't have any money. Do you still want me to go? Here's what I got. Yeah, 6 Tic Tacs rattle around in there. That's all I got. Some lip gloss." And he's gonna be like, "Girl, come on. You don't need any money. Come on." You're like, "Okay, just checking you didn't want me for my money." Because I don't have any. Y'all can be 30 dates in. Y'all can have 2 kids in. You should still be asking them that question. Just checking to make sure you don't want me for my money, because I don't have any. Just to keep them in check. All right? Set that precedent early and maintain it. And then he'll never ask you for money because you don't have any. You knew that from the jump. So.
Wait, so men are supposedly the schemers, but your advice is to lie about your entire financial situation? You can't preach trust while coaching people to run undercover operations on dates. If a man lied about his income just to test women, people would call it manipulative. The standard shouldn't change because the person telling the lie is a woman. Healthy relationships don't start with a fake bank account.
My ex wants to take me to small claims court because I stretched out her Balenciagas. I wore it once, and she says I ruined them. I'm not paying for them, even if I gotta go to prison. And by the way, bitch, that wasn't the only thing I stretched out in that relationship.
My man, you had me until that last line. She says you stretched out her Balenciagas, and your defense is a relationship joke? That's not a rebuttal. That's a distraction. If you're right, prove she's lying. If you're wrong, pay for what you damaged. Being loud doesn't automatically make you innocent.
Think your ex can come after your money after a breakup? They can, and there is no time limit. Let's talk about one of the most shocking things in family law. There is no limitation period for spousal support claims in Ontario. You heard that right. You could break up, heal, move on, start a new life, and years later, your ex can actually turn around and say, I want spousal support. And the law, it doesn't shut the door on them because spousal support is treated as an ongoing financial right, not a one-time claim like property. If one person relied financially on the other, or if there was a long separation where nobody dealt with support, a judge can still hear the claim. Even worse, if you were common law, a lot of people think, I don't owe anything, but support doesn't care about rings. It cares about dependency and sacrifice. So no, time alone does not protect you. If you want real closure, you need a separation agreement. Otherwise, your ex can show up years later with a lawyer and a claim. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself now so that your past doesn't reach into your future.
Imagine thinking the breakup was over. Then years later, your phone rings because your ex wants support. That's enough to make anybody double check what they're signing and what they're not signing. People spend months planning weddings, but won't spend an hour understanding the legal consequences if things fall apart. That's backwards. Whether you're a man or a woman, ignorance of the law can become a very expensive lesson.
Their lives aren't disturbed, and we live in a house, $500,000, and I need to maintain something similar so that it's not a big adjustment for any of us.
Okay, let me ask you a couple of questions. Private school, do you all pay tuition for that?
Yes.
Okay. How much is it? If you were to break it down monthly, because I know tuition sometimes isn't a monthly thing.
It's about $1,800 a month.
$1,800. What kind of private school is it?
It's a good private school.
Oh my gosh. They teaching the baby how to drive?
Well, the baby's not there yet, but he will
Well,
be.
the 2-year-old, right?
Well,
That's still a baby for $1,800.
It's a tuitional. I mean, you grow with the school, so.
Does the tuition payment grow too?
No.
Oh, okay. So it stays at
It
$1,800.
stays, yeah.
Okay.
Once they're accepted, they're accepted.
Okay. I follow you now. So if we were to break that down monthly, that's about $150 a month. What about the nanny? How much does she cost monthly?
I think he pays most of the bills, so he can probably answer that better.
Okay. Have you already started looking at other homes, other apartments, or anything like that?
Yeah, there's a couple other homes in the neighborhood that I'd really like to move into. I think that would be the least disruptive to me and to the kids.
Okay.
So, yeah. And
would you be renting out those homes?
Basically, I would like to buy one.
Okay.
So that we can maintain the same lifestyle that we've had.
Okay. If you were to buy a home, the homes that you were looking at, what are you looking at on mortgage?
About $3,000 a month.
Okay.
But again, I mean, I would think he would need to pay the majority of that.
Okay. So you want him to buy you a home? You and the children a home?
I mean, I would call it spousal support. Yeah.
Okay.
Hold up. You went from protecting the kids to buying a whole new house. That's a pretty big jump. Wanting stability is understandable. Expecting zero lifestyle changes after a divorce isn't always realistic. Sometimes the relationship ends, and so does the old financial arrangement.
How much money is in your guys' bank account?
I've got around $750.
Like in my spending, like 75, 80K.
$80,000. You have $80,000?
Yeah, my dad keep giving me the money.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, but like my dad.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
So that steak dinner I just paid for down the boardwalk.
Well, you're a guy. You should. No, you're a guy. You
You didn't know this?
No, I had no idea. I thought we were in the same situation. I thought that like maybe we had like maybe similar bank accounts.
Well, like obviously I got work and like.
$80,000 compared to my $750.
Like,
I just paid for the massive steak and lobster.
You're
that
a
we just
guy.
ate.
You're a guy. You should be a gentleman and pay for me.
No, I agree, but not in this case. Are you serious? $80,000 after
No,
I
yeah,
stayed
Barry.
with you through your dog's death. Are you serious? And you're not going to pay for anything for me?
You're gonna bring that up right now?
Yes, of course I'm going to bring that up. Are you serious? That's insane.
Dude, I went through so much because of that, and you're gonna bring that up?
I don't care.
Go find another girl.
I don't
no,
care.
go find
No,
another
I don't
girl.
care.
lady.
Maybe I will.
You
I
won't
don't care.
though.
Did y'all hear that? She has 80 grand sitting in the bank, and somehow the man with $750 is still supposed to cover steak and lobster. Then she says, "You're the guy." Nah, that's not chivalry. That's selective equality. Traditional expectations shouldn't only show up when the bill hits the table.
Hello guys, how are you doing? So a woman who left her husband almost 26 years ago but never got a divorce finally launched her divorce application after getting some wind of the substantial pension amount that was coming her husband's way on his retirement. She told the court that she was entitled to half because they were still legally married. He paid lobola in 1987 and they concluded their civil union in 1994. The husband told the court that he had worked hard as a police officer for 30 years to build his pension fund and he was not about to share it with someone who deserted him 26 years ago. She had left him in 1998, 7 years into their marriage, saying she didn't want to take care of someone using crutches. He was recovering from motor vehicle accident injuries at the time. In his counterclaim, he asked the Johannesburg High Court to order that his wife forfeit her 50% claim in the pension benefits. On evaluating the facts, the judge remarked, and I quote, "It would appear that the parties aligned themselves with the lives they lived until the reality of a pension fund payout to the defendant," that's the husband, "saw the day of light." This pot of gold at the end of the rainbow seemed to trigger the plaintiff's decision, that's the wife's decision, to institute the divorce proceedings. The two had been living separate lives and taking care of their children to the best of their abilities. The judge then ruled that the woman was entitled to 20%, not 50%. Guys, let me know what you think about this, man. Was the 20% fair? Maybe it was for the 7 years that they were actually together out of their 38-year marriage. Or would you say that was too generous? But anyway, why didn't the husband initiate the divorce sooner? I mean, someone has abandoned you. Even if, they're not cooperating, you can still go to the courts. But let me know what you think about this, man. Is this common or not? Cheers, bye-bye.
I've seen people avoid divorce because they don't want the hassle, the lawyer fees or the paperwork. Years go by, everybody moves on, and they think it's basically over anyway. Then retirement comes, assets grow, and somebody remembers there's still a legal marriage on the books. That's when decades of silence turn into a courtroom argument. Sometimes the paperwork you avoid today becomes the problem you can't avoid tomorrow.
Question. So what do you do when an ex calls you who has a boyfriend that lives out of state, Chicago specifically, and asks you to come over and help them install the door, paint, put in, door locks and things like that? What do you do? Do you soften up and say, yeah, of course I'll do that? Or do you do what I'm doing right now? I told them I'm on my way. But I ain't going. Should have called that nigga.
Once the relationship is over, the expectations need to change too. If she has a new boyfriend, it's reasonable to expect him or someone she hires to handle those kinds of favors. What I don't agree with is saying you're on your way when you already know you're not going. Just say no and keep it moving. Boundaries work a lot better than playing games.
Good morning, ladies. If you have a deadbeat ex-husband who has huge gambling debts or other sort of bill collectors and those types of people calling you, don't give them his phone number. He already has them blocked. Give them his new wife or girlfriend's phone number. That way they can see what a prize pig they've hitched their wagon to. You're welcome.
I've seen people so focused on getting back at an ex that they end up hurting strangers instead. The new girlfriend didn't create his gambling problem or his debt. If he's really a deadbeat, she'll figure that out soon enough, without your help. Life has a way of exposing people all by itself. Revenge usually creates more.
Hello?
What do you want?
I got pulled over and they're saying I don't have car insurance on my vehicle.
Well,
What do I do?
well, we're not together. Why are you even calling me? We're not together anymore.
Because, like, we had the same, like, my car was on your insurance.
Yeah, but we broke up, so I'm not gonna keep paying for your
Why
insurance.
did you take me off of it?
Because we're not dating anymore?
Okay, well, you could have at least told me you took me off of it.
Well, what do you think? You think I'm just gonna keep paying for it?
I mean, I assume so.
So what? What are they gonna? Are you gonna go to jail?
I don't know. He's still at his police car.
Okay. Well, what do you want? What do you want from me?
You should have told me. You took me off.
We're not dating. I don't owe you any explanation. No, I don't even talk. How do you even call me? Whose number is this? I have you blocked.
It's on my friend's phone because she's in the car with me.
Okay, no, you're a grown adult. You can pay for your own insurance. Is that all?
What do I do? Like, what do I tell him?
Well, do you remember when I put your photo in that website and it said you're active on Tinder? How about you DM one of those guys and have them pick you up or deal with it, okay? Because we're not together anymore. Remember that. Okay, bye. Don't ever call me again.
Once the relationship ended, it was her responsibility to make sure her own insurance was active. Could he have sent a quick text saying he removed her? Sure, that would have been the mature thing to do. But assuming your ex is still paying your bills after the breakup is a risky move. She's an adult, driving a car. Verifying your insurance is basic responsibility.
Do not go to any new relationship with any previous trauma that you had or any past trauma you had in your previous relationship. Do not go to any new relationship with that trauma. Clean that away. That was in the past. That was for that relationship. You're dealing with a new person. Give yourself the opportunity to get to know the person before you judge, before you start to act a certain way. Because that is one of the mistakes most people do. You had a certain bad experience in your previous relationship. Because of that, you go into your new relationship frustrating your new partner with certain things that they're very innocent about, with certain things that it's not their fault. But then because of certain past traumas and certain bad experiences you had in your previous relationship, you put all of that weight on your new partner and it becomes frustrating for them, you know? Like, don't do that. If your previous partner cheated, that doesn't mean you should have trust issues with the new person you're trying to get into a relationship with. Give yourself some time to get to know the person. You know, it's a whole new different person, okay? Like, y'all need to stop doing that, man. Stop lifting your old, those things that happen in your previous relationship, let it sit. Let it be there. It's not everyone that is like your ex. It's not everyone that's like the same, okay? Y'all need to stop doing that mistake. Because you're gonna lift that whole weight and bring it into a new relationship and push it all on the new partner, and it becomes frustrating on them. They also have their own weight, and sometimes they push their own weight that they had in the previous relationship on you as well, and it's frustrating. Y'all need to stop doing that, okay? Yeah, let's go.
I've seen good relationships fall apart because one person kept fighting ghosts from the last one. Every late reply became, "You're cheating." Every disagreement became, "You're just like my ex." After a while, the innocent partner gets exhausted trying to prove something they never did. That's why healing before dating isn't just advice, it's necessary.
Congratulations to you, man. I heard you just closed on 3 multi-million-dollar contracts.
Yes. That was, yeah.
Then your wife left you.
13 days prior to signing those contracts.
Life, bro.
So are you asking a question? Or?
Yeah, I guess the question is, man, did that make you be like, well, maybe this is timing, it just is what it is? Or did you have any type of reservations about that?
I had a revelation, and the revelation is young kings focus on the bag. After you get the bag, choose what's best for you. Not what you want, choose what's best for you. Before you get to the bag, do your due diligence to pray to whoever it is you pray to, or meditate that your blessings actually be on hold. until you are aligned with your destiny so that you don't lose your blessings. Shit's gonna hurt. It's gonna fuck with you. You're gonna miss out on a whole lot of sleep. You're gonna cry your eyes out. However, I need you to understand, focus on your bag, pray, meditate that you have the discernment to have people in your life who are going to elevate you and not suck you dry. Deal with the pain shit later. Focus on your bag, young king.
That message isn't really about money. It's about priorities. He's saying build your purpose first, then make relationship decisions with a clear head instead of desperation. I don't know the full story behind his marriage, so I'm not going to assume who was right or wrong. But one thing is true. Success won't solve bad relationship choices.
There is nothing more terrifying than a man who believes in a 50-50 relationship. If you are a man and you believe in 50-50 relationships, your soulmate is another man and you should be having another relationship with a man and not a woman. Number one, men and women, we are not equal. We don't even get paid equally in today's society. Number two, who's going to be carrying the child for 9 months, giving birth, going through postpartum, and all this other mental and physical struggles to bring your child to this earth? Women. Literally, what happened to the men with the provider mindset, that provider mentality? Like, imagine this. Imagine you're out with a guy at a restaurant. He asked you out on a date and he literally asked to split the bill. Do you know how embarrassing that is? That the man literally cannot provide for you? If you cannot provide in that way, number one, you shouldn't be dating. Or you should be dating somebody within your own tax bracket. A lot of these 50-50 type men want women who take care of themselves. They take care of their bodies. They take care of their hair. They take care of their skin. Do you understand that a woman who genuinely takes care of herself, who spends money on herself, is not going to want to be with a man that is 50-50? Let me give you that little reality check there.
So let me get this straight. A man is only valuable if he pays everything, but a woman can keep all of her money and still call it equality? That's not a provider mindset. That's a one-way contract. If you're going to ask for traditional treatment, be prepared for a conversation about traditional responsibilities too. You can't pick